So my name is Maliki Ghossainy. I go by Kiki. I am a developmental psychologist and a statistician. I completed my dual degrees from UT in 2016. I did my PhD in developmental psychology, and I also completed a master's in statistics. Currently, I am a senior research scientist at Boston University, working directly with Kathleen Corvo on a really exciting large-scale longitudinal study that we're collecting data from children across 22 different cultures on questions related to belief formation, how kids figure out how they reason about the natural and the supernatural worlds. So upon completing my PhD in psychology and my master's in statistics, I accepted an offer to work at NERA, a leading economic and statistical consulting firm. At NERA, I was an analyst in two of their specialty areas, their healthcare and their intellectual property areas. As an analyst, I worked mostly on analyzing client data that would be used to evaluate the quality of competition in different markets. And I'd say I accepted this position over some of the other offers, largely because NERA is a leading firm in their field, which meant that I would get to work alongside other really talented and successful professionals from whom I could learn, but also because the content area was very novel, which meant I'd get to apply my research skills and my quantitative skills to new areas, which is something I was excited to do. The aspect that I find the most interesting and engaging is getting to work collaboratively with others, especially getting to work with experts in other content areas, as well as working with people who have complementary technical skills. So getting to engage in intellectual discussions about important questions, getting to build on our diverse theoretical backgrounds to develop targeted research questions, getting to brainstorm and share ideas for methodologies, all of that really contributes to the positive work environment. And getting to work collaboratively really can be so enriching, and it's something that I've been really lucky to enjoy throughout a variety of positions both in and outside of academia. I do think that my graduate experience really set me up with a strong foundation for working in teams and appreciating the ways in which having a group of people dedicated towards a similar goal can make a project go more smoothly, but can also enhance the final product, the quality of the final product. So my PhD advisor and mentor, Dr. Jackie Woolley, really did an amazing job of modeling this collaborative spirit, both in her work, in her mentoring of us as her graduate students, but also in the ways that she supported my decisions to supplement my primary research with outside collaborations. And from my academic expertise to something a little bit more broad. And I think the steps that I took and the strategies that I think were most effective were, like I said, seeking out those fellowships, finding work opportunities outside of my department. So I did some work with the Texas Department of State Health. I did some work with a couple smaller nonprofit organizations that were interested in the health and wellness outcomes of children, which is a little bit different from my primary research area. Really seeking out those external side projects outside of my department and, if possible, outside of UT. For me, as someone looking to develop a secondary expertise in statistics, I really benefited from TAing for statistics courses. I also, worked really hard to build a rapport with the faculty and the instructors in the stats department. I offered to volunteer to be an assistant for several of their short courses that they offered throughout the semester, but also their Summer Statistics Institute, which they offer in the very last weekend in May. So, I was involved with that. I think we're now on year 13. I was involved early on in the lifespan of the SSI, and it was as a volunteer, but as the year, after I graduated, I was able to come back and I was welcome to design and teach a course of my own. So I think that was really, a great opportunity. And then, UT does offer a lot of, certificates or just, ways in which you can demonstrate your exposure, your knowledge, your expertise, your willingness to learn things outside of your little niche. So I applied, I completed a diversity and inclusion workshop and got a certification from that, which, it's been relevant in almost every position that I've interviewed for. They're always very interested in the ways in which, I'm aware of and sort of practice diversity and inclusion in the work that I do. I also did apply for the Statistical Consulting Fellowship at UT, which gave me an opportunity to work directly with a faculty member who had data that needed analyzing. So that was something that they offered, and I would highly recommend, really trying to find out what you can do while you're a student at UT. So my advice to my graduating peers at UT would be, do not leave UT without visiting the Career Services office. Do not leave UT without writing at least one non-academic cover letter and one resume and getting feedback. Do your best to leave UT with evidence of specific technical skills. Do not turn down an interview, even if you're not really sure about the position. It's often those low stakes interviews that are the best opportunity to practice. And make sure you make use of UT's dissertation writing resources as well, because the dissertation period can feel really isolating, and anything that you can do to sort of make yourself aware that you're not alone is helpful.